Okay, dear student, listen to me. We will go through a solution of biology assignment given from chapter 5. Very first time I need to go through on them. Just bring your copy, take your copy, and which way I will go through the solution, follow and be concentrate in the study so that we can easily solve, because it is a huge assignment. I will give you some guideline and after then I will give you some solution. So keep it in mind. Biology assignment. Chapter 5. On chapter 5, there is a question asking from there the different type of nature of food and their digestion process. Quiet and calm environment I like. I stare at you or not. Maintain the quiet and calm environment. First one, the 3 step is to follow in there, and they told us in your book 90 to 94 number page, 115 to 107 number page to go through on them, and what we take the food specifically. Okay, after the assignment I will take care some of you, since it is live, so I just control myself for having the class. There is the different category of the food stuff likely to have the carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, different way. If I go through make you understand the question, it will take many a time. We will go through directly the answer. The first one, they ask them, make a chart on them and mention the some food name and their nature in that list and chart. So move on there. We will write up something. In Bengali version I got the assignment. I will translate here about them. The question number A. A will be different foods. I will just give you guideline. In that way you can compile by your own. Different foods, food's name and its nature, having food in the morning. Suppose I can take bread and butter. The food I take in the very first morning. You can choose any other things. Okay, any other. If you take the rice, okay, I take that one. In the morning, what we select today? I select for myself for having the breakfast, or likely that bread and butter. And today we will see on there. After then, when you will go through the assignment, then you can go through on them what asking for. Having meal in the noon, or you can write up on them to lunch also. Rice, fish, vegetable, dal. I take these two items in there specifically. Different food's name and its nature. What I take in the very first morning and what will be or what is the food we take in the noon. We select some of the food item in there. In the morning, the bread and butter, and having meal in the noon, it is the rice, fish, vegetable, dal. Simply you can change this one by meat, chicken, small fish, anything you can use by your own self, but a simple guideline I make you for that one. So what should we do after then? That food stuff to be enlisted. The food stuff to be enlisted in the chart according to their nature, according to their nature. So the lower part, it is to be seen on them in the board, covering, yes, space up to then. Okay, so we will make a list on them. After then, foods, name, nature, or you can write the nutrition. Sorry, nature or nutrition. Number one, we will write bread. What I take for bread? So it is the, we get from bread is the carbohydrate. Then we selected the butter. It is the fat. We get fats. Then we selected rice. Then it is the carbohydrates. Then fish, protein. You can write in there protein. After then, vegetable, vitamins and minerals, and finally dal. Number 6, dal. It will be the protein. This is the list to be enlisted. The food stuff, what I have selected, it is my own way. When you will select the food stuff by your own way, you can select the food. So at a time you can write. Sometimes you can follow that one, that bread, rice together to carbohydrate, butter, whatever you have fats, rice, carbohydrate, then fish and dal, protein, vegetables, vitamins and minerals. So this way they are asking in the question to do a number answer. So a number answer is completed. In this way, just select the food, what you have to take in the morning, and select the food in the noon or lunch, you can write on there. Okay, so we select the food and we find out the nature and nutrition, whatever nutrition we get from our daily meal. morning and noon. Clear? You understand, everyone? Okay. Then we will go through the number B. I give you guideline. Don't, yes, you get this one, but select the food in different way. It will be helpful for you. Second, number B. Question number B, they are asking for functions of the food, functions of the food and digestive system, digestive process to be enlisted, then we will make sure another chart. This way. Nature of food, functions and digestion takes place in which part? Number 1, we got the carbohydrate, some carbohydrates, and you can write here the carbohydrates name. What the carbohydrates parts? Rice and bread. Rice, bread. So we know about that. Production of energy is the main function of it, and digestion take place in the mouth parts, specifically buccal cavity, and remaining part in small intestine. After then, first one, then the second food item, if we go through on them, protein. What was the protein item on there? Fish dal. Protein actually main function is growth of body and repair of infection, then it is stomach and small intestine. This is the second part. Then number third, fats, production of production of food, so energy, production of energy and regeneration generate heat. You better to write production of heat and regenerate energy and small intestine. And last one, if we go through the very last one, vitamins, resistance against disease, no parts, to digestion. You can ask me, sir, why vitamin, where it will be gone there? It is absorbed. Vitamin are absorbed in the body, not digested. Okay. So we asking for here the second chart is complete. Question number B. But C number question will be very boring and tough. We will go through, but A and B is the easy because all the food stuff which one we select for the breakfast and lunch, that we listed on there. What is the nature we get from the carbohydrate, protein or fat or other things, minerals. But this list to enlisted name of the food, functions, digestion take place in which part? Carbohydrate, rice and bread, production of energy, we know it is digestion take place in the mouth parts, buccal cavity and small intestine. Totally buccal cavity and mouth part, but a small intestine, some remaining part which one is not digested in the buccal cavity, that will be finally go to the small intestine and digestion. Protein, fish and dal, growth of the body and repair of the infection and repair of the body shape also. And stomach and small intestine. That means carbohydrate and protein, which one not be digested in the stomach or buccal cavity, finally the remaining part will be digested in the small intestine. Okay. Then fats, production of heat in our body and regenerate energy, and it will be digested in the small intestine. Fats. After then vitamins, we know about the resistance against disease and no part to digestion. That means vitamin is absorbed in our body instantly, so it is no need to have the digestion. This is the second part of the assignment. Now we will go through the third part. Third part there is asking for the fourth type of food we select. Their digestion process we will explain. Carbohydrate, protein, fat and vitamins. C number answer. Shortcut way we will try to go through on them. Number C. I tell you the fourth type of food stuff what we select for the digestive process or digestion process. Number C. Write up. Above four types of food stuff Sorry? Move. You always mistake. You always do mistake from the starting and beginning. When it is moving? Now or before I erase that one? Above 4 type of foodstuffs and their digestive process and their digestion process. Digestion process. Number 1, digestion process. Digestion process of carbohydrate. We will go through assist from the book instantly. Short way I will try to make you understand, and that way you can write up. Carbohydrate, digestion process of carbohydrate. It is occurred in the buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity, the teeth and tongue work together to move, cut, grind and chew food into smaller pieces inside the mouth. Inside the mouth. Saliva mixed with food to make it slippery. By secretion of tyalin enzyme. Amylase break the carbohydrate into maltose. Maltose, and finally you can write here carbohydrates amylase maltose. Simple form, maltose, glucose are the simplest form of carbohydrate. This is normally we can write because the 4 food stuff you have to be written in there. So each and everything to be written in same way. Digestion process of carbohydrate in the buccal cavity, the teeth and tongue together to work, to move, cut, grind, chew food of smaller pieces into smaller pieces inside the mouth. When food we take inside the buccal cavity, there is saliva mixed with the food, and to make it the slippery by secretion of ptyalin enzyme. Amylase enzyme break the carbohydrate into maltose, make it the simplest form. So this is the digestion process of carbohydrate. That means what we take, like the bread and rice in the morning and in the noon lunch time. First part. Second one, which subject after then? Okay, I will go through, give you some short guideline here. Protein, because ending moment process of protein. In the stomach, gastric juice secreted from inner wall, hydrochloric acid come in contact with protein, destroy germs and convert inactive pepsinogen to active pepsin. That means the reaction inactive pepsinogen HCl active pepsin, and this pepsin make the protein. This pepsin make the protein into polypeptide. That means the reaction we can write in there: protein, pepsin, so polypeptide. Look at here, this way the stomach, in the stomach the protein to be break down into a smallest form, digestion to be done on there. In the stomach, gastric juice secreted from the inner wall, and this gastric juice containing a acid like HCl come in contact with the protein, destroy the germs. If the germ containing the food, convert the inactive pepsinogen to active pepsin, and inactive pepsinogen, I give the reaction here in presence of HCl, it converted into active pepsin, and this pepsin make the protein into polypeptide. That means protein break down in presence of pepsin to the polypeptide form. Then digestion in the small intestine, short form, small intestine. I need 3 or 4 minutes to complete. Who is the subject teacher? Is stand outside. Wait a bit. Small intestine. When chyme enters the duodenum, pancreatic juice from pancreas and bile from liver neutralize the acidity of the chyme, that means the fats, acidity of the chyme. Right after then, and then finally the fats in presence of lipase enzyme, in presence of lipase enzyme break down into fatty acid. We will go through the reaction after then. Fatty acid and glycerol, fats, lipase, fatty acid and glycerol, In this way, it can be the simplest form. I write the short form because the number D will be the digestion process in small intestine. When the chyme means the fat item, enters into the duodenum, pancreatic juice from pancreas and bile from the liver secreted and then neutralize the acidity of the chyme or fats. On that time, fats in presence of lipase enzyme break down into the smallest form, like fat in presence of lipase, fatty acid and glycerol. The very last one about the vitamin, the last one we will write. After then, take 2 minutes maybe maximum. Write up that one. Of vitamin, vitamins are simplest food, not be digested, but absorbed in the small intestine into the blood. Just normally. You can add 1 or 2 points from there also. but vitamin is not be digested but be absorbed in the small intestine by the blood or through the blood into the blood on there. So this is the total assignment. I think all of you understood.